Okay, the World Cup is now 3 days away. It kicks off on Thursday, the 14th. Now, this World Cup has got a lot to live up to. The previous World Cups, 4 years ago, was exceptionally exciting. 2006 was, I think, my favourite World Cup of all the World Cups that I have watched. And I think I watched every single game in that tournament because I'd actually finished my GCSEs. Apart from, I think, I had 2 exams left when the tournament started. So by the time I'd finished my exams, I'd barely missed any games. And because most of the games were in the evening, I could watch them all. This time around, I'm working, so therefore I'm not going to be able to catch every single game, which is really annoying because I want to cover as much of this for the channel as possible. However, it's going to be a very exciting tournament. This weekend there's 4 games in one day on 2 successive days, so I'll be able to catch a lot of football this weekend. That's going to be a lot of videos, and that's going to be really interesting. Seeing how each team plays. And there are going to be some surprises. A lot of people are saying, oh, it's going to be very predictable. It's going to be an all-European final, maybe a South American European final. Maybe a Brazil or Argentina or a Uruguay or Colombia do really well, and Germany, France, Belgium, something like that, get the final. Spain, maybe. I think it'll be a bit more unpredictable than we think because of the size of Russia, the amount of travel and jet lag. Very similar to Brazil 4 years ago. That did cause a lot of problems for some teams. Some teams didn't deal very well with the conditions. And the conditions are obviously slightly different in Russia. They're still hot and humid, but they're not tropical humidity. It's a continental European summer humidity, which is different. That means just thunderstorms and then dryness and heat for a few days and then thunderstorms. And the temperature can fluctuate a lot more. However, the travel distances will affect players. But looking at the Confederations Cup last year, very interesting. The stadiums looked amazing. The pitches held up really well. And, you know, I think all the stadiums are ready. There's no delays on any of the stadiums. So that's a rarity in a modern international sports tournament. Every facility is 100% up to speed and up to standard. And teams are arriving out now and getting set up in their base camps. Obviously, some teams don't start till next week, such as England. They don't start until the first full week, so the second week of the tournament. The tournament starts Thursday. There's going to be a lot of games coming thick and fast. And the group stages are going to be exceptionally interesting. I'm expecting a lot of open football. I'm expecting some controversy. The VAR, there's going to be controversy at some point in this tournament. There's going to be a controversial sending off. There's going to be a controversial VAR decision. There's going to be a player getting a suspension or being sent home in disgrace. Something like that will happen. And with all the political stuff going on in the background, let the football do the talking. Let the sport do the diplomacy, where the politicians have clearly failed. Let the sport do it. Only one team has failed to get out, who's hosted the tournament has failed to get out of the group, and that's South Africa in 2010. And 6 times the host nation has won the tournament. So I think Russia has a good chance of getting at least to the quarterfinals. I think you underestimate them at your peril, but they haven't been performing well going in. Neither have the Germans. The Germans aren't performing well right now. So the World Cup holders are going in lacking a bit of form, a bit of confidence. And we could discuss, certain players not being selected by the German setup, such as Mario Götze and Leroy Sané. International selection for a World Cup is a pain in the arse for coaches. They have to leave someone who may have made the tournament, if the tournament was played a year earlier, behind, or a year later behind, for whatever reason. Is it player development? Is it they're tired? Is it they're carrying an injury? A good player has to be left behind sometimes. But anyway, we'll leave that there. Place your thoughts below. Who do you think is going to win this tournament? I want to see what countries people pick. And thank you very much for watching. Please like and subscribe. Place your comments below. I'll have some more videos for you soon. Anyway, enjoy the World Cup. I will be doing as many videos as I can on the tournament. I am working at the moment as a farm labourer, so I'm working a lot during the day. So the 1 o'clock kickoffs, I'm going to miss them. However, I do have my app on my phone for live scores, so I can pick up the live scores, which is great. Of course, there's always the highlights, half-time in games, and this weekend I'll be catching as many games as possible and doing as many videos as possible. But anyway, thank you very, very much for watching. Please like and subscribe, place your comments below, and I'll have some more videos for you soon.